orders food from a gas station.
Buc-ees have the treats you need to try. Beaver nuggets and banana pudding are great, but the convenience store chain on steroids has many more tasty tidbits for you to pick up while filling up your gas tank. Which ones would you load up on for a road trip?
But he's not sure it'll fit in our car.
Buc-ees Nug-ees.
Are you ready for the nugget?
So if you happen to do a quick Google search on Buc-ees, for those who haven't stepped foot in one of their locations, you'll inevitably come across beaver nuggets. And while those delicious golden corn snacks are just about the best travel snacks around, there is an equally tasty snack in the beaver nugget family. Buc-ees Nug-ees is the beaver nugget's savory little brother.
Old family recipe, it's not a big deal.
Nug-ees are pretty much beaver nuggets with all the crispy popcorn-like goodness that made the snack famous. However, Nug-ees ditch the sweetness for flavors like white cheddar and bold and spicy. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, pick up a bag of beaver nuggets along with your Buc-ees Nug-ees and mix the two snacks together.
All right, well, it's a new recipe.
What'd I just say?
Beaver Buddies.
His buddies, Beaver and what's his name?
Remember animal crackers, those animal-shaped cookies that, while pretty plain, were super addictive? For those too young to remember, animal crackers were your basic plain cookie, but you just couldn't stop eating them. In fact, the cookies were so popular, McDonald's even sold its own version called McDonaldland cookies, although the animals were replaced with McDonald's characters. Seeing as how Buc-ees has just about every snack food you can imagine, it's not surprising that the convenience store chain offers its very own version of the classic cookie. Beaver Buddies are the same animal crackers that you remember from your childhood, with one exception. Beaver Buddies come with baked-in sprinkles. But don't think just because you're an adult now you can't enjoy the fun of popping a lion or a monkey in your mouth. Buy a few boxes for the kids and make sure to set aside a box for yourself.
Oh, dang, I ate everything.
Beaver Chips.
Go Beavers.
At this point, it seems that anything you spot at Buc-ees with beaver in the name is a win, and the convenience store's chip aisle is no exception. Buc-ees carries a wide variety of salty, crunchy snacks. However, if you fancy yourself a chip lover, it's the chain's house brand that you need to try.
I love these chips.
Buc-ee's homemade kettle chips are fried up in-house and served up in paper bags, school lunch style. As far as flavors go, Beaver Chips come in Cajun and more traditional flavors like salt and vinegar, sea salt and pepper, and dill pickle. If you're at Buc-ee's first thing in the morning, make sure to pick up a bag, as that's when those babies will be fresh out of the fryer.
What do you mean, baby? Why do you say baby?
Cinnamon honey butter.
Blueberry honey, cinnamon honey. But this right here, good old-fashioned plain honey.
Toast, bagels, and any other baked good you can think of is usually that much better when slathered in some kind of delicious spread. Now, many folks may slap on some good old-fashioned peanut butter if they're in the mood for something hearty. However, nothing quite matches the creamy richness of butter. What's a muffin fresh out of the oven or a slice of raisin bread freshly popped from the toaster without some melted butter? With that in mind, why not take your warm bread product to the next level with unbelievable butter?
Butters has some kind of power over people.
This is exactly what Buc-ees wants you to do by offering up their cinnamon honey butter. This spread is exactly as advertised: creamy butter blended with cinnamon and honey. When it comes to spreading something like that on your next slice of banana bread, you'll never go back to regular grocery store butter again. While you might be tempted to pair that cinnamon honey buttered treat with some strawberry banana jam, don't push it. Your taste buds might explode.
I can't feel my tongue.
The Pastrami Reuben sandwich.
Pastrami, Reuben. Reuben.
Anyone who's familiar with Buc-ees knows all about their famous barbecue, with the barbecue brisket sandwich being among the most popular items on the menu. However, there's another sandwich that is somewhat of a hidden gem. Buc-ee's Pastrami Reuben sandwich takes one of the most iconic American sandwiches and turns it into something uniquely Buc-ee's.
This is a special sandwich for you.
The sandwich features a mountain of pastrami, which replaces corned beef, crispy onions, and sauerkraut.
Anybody order fried sauerkraut?
While the traditional deli Reuben is served on rye bread, the pastrami Reuben is served on a buttery pretzel bun. This sandwich is not only one of the most flavorful sandwiches served up at Buc-ee's, but it's also one of the tastiest items you'll find in the store. This Reuben's not exactly your grandfather's Reuben, but he'd likely be just fine with Buc-ee's version.
For a new generation.
First time here? Well, become an official BabbleTopper by taking a quick second to hit that subscribe button. Thanks!
Now where were we?
Oh, yeah.
Pickled quail eggs.
You can definitely say that it is excellent.
Mostly known as a bar or pub food, pickled eggs are a high-protein snack that also happens to be packed with flavor and is relatively healthy, or at least more so than the average fried snack. Over at Buc-ees, the chain is well aware of the snacking potential of pickled eggs and has offered its customers a variety of pickled eggs, but some are a bit different from what they may be used to.
3 different kinds of egg preparation.
Buc-ee's pickled quail eggs are not your average pickled egg. The delicate and distinct flavor of quail eggs and their perfect snacking size make a fantastic snack or appetizer. The South is known for its affinity for pickled foods, so it makes perfect sense that the Southern convenience store chain would have the snacks sitting proudly on its shelves.
You're not gonna put it on your shelf or anything?
Mexican food.
It's really good at Mexican food.
Mexican food has managed to make its mark just about everywhere in North America, and just north of the Mexican border, specifically Texas, is where you'll arguably find some of the best Mexican food outside of Mexico. So it comes as no surprise the Buc-ees, being a southern chain, would have a wide array of Mexican dishes ready for its loyal customers.
Oh, Mexican food!
The convenience store chain carries plenty of traditional Mexican items such as tacos, fajitas, and burritos, but for those interested in something a little different, Buc-ee's also has plenty of non-traditional Mexican fare. Besides the breakfast taco, Buc-ee's also offers fish tacos with plenty of cod, pico de gallo, shredded cabbage, and avocado cilantro sauce. And for those wanting a little taste of Philly with their meal, the Texas cheesesteak burrito is loaded with everything you love about a traditional cheesesteak, with a bit of Texas thrown in for good measure.
I want extraordinary measures.
Chocolate-covered pretzels.
These pretzels are making me thirsty!
When it comes right down to it, sweet snacks don't have to be overly complicated to be delicious.
Sweet and salty!
Whether it's a mouthful of cotton candy or a handful of jelly beans, simple is often a crowd pleaser. Of course, it doesn't get much simpler than chocolate-covered pretzels. Crunchy, salted pretzels dipped in delicious milk chocolate has been a go-to sweet snack for just about anyone. That perfect mix of sweet and salty can usually be found on most grocery and convenience store shelves across the country, and Buc-ee's is no exception. Buc-ee's chocolate-covered pretzels provide enough crunchy, sweet, and salty goodness to keep your cravings under control while you wander the aisles in search of other tasty treats. But the sweet pretzels offered at Buc-ee's also come in cinnamon yogurt, salted caramel, and peanut butter covered for those who want something other than chocolate.
Well, I like pretzel day.
Coffee.
So I went to the gas station and I got us some coffee.
Snacks are great, but occasionally all you really need is a nice pick-me-up. Coffee's by no means a new phenomenon at gas stations or convenience stores. Most Chevrons and 7-Elevens will have pots of hot coffee waiting for customers, which is something we're all used to. With that being said, Buc-ee's also has a wide variety of premium coffee blends in its store.
Pick me up, pick me up.
Here we go.
However, if you think all gas station and convenience store coffee are created equal, you'd be wrong. Besides having a variety of coffee, Buc-ee's coffee also happens to be the best gas station coffee in the country. The claim may be bold, but few seem to disagree. And the chain also offers iced coffee because a good balance of hot and cold is just as important as the sweet and salty.
As long as I got a cup of coffee.
Hot sauce.
Holy hot sauce!
All hot sauces have one thing in common: they're hot. However, not all hot sauces are created equal. In fact, some hot sauce brands on the market are lacking in both flavor and variety. Fortunately, at Buc-ee's, there's a wide variety of hot sauces that pack a punch and leave you with more than just a flaming mouth.
You likely won't lose your tongue.
First off, let's talk about the most important feature of the hot sauces offered up by the chain: the heat. With ghost pepper and Carolina Reaper both being key ingredients, those out there who love their sauce fiery will be quite pleased. These sauces are not just fiery hot, but also tasty. Because if you're going to set your mouth ablaze, why not also give your taste buds a treat?
Our mouths will already be burned.
Jelly.
The jelly wants what the jelly wants.
Like most older food items, jams and jellies tend to be overlooked for more modern items. Of course, that doesn't mean that many folks all over the world aren't still slathering a generous amount of strawberry jam on their toast in the morning. Much like the supermarkets and convenience stores out there, Buc-ee's also carries a wide array of fruit preserves. We're all well aware of the popular preserves like strawberry jam, grape jelly, and marmalade. However, the convenience store chain offers far more than the standard preserves.
They're from a supermarket that sells gas.
It's not uncommon to find unique items like the spicy and sweet peach jalapeno jam. And for those who want double the fruit, Buc-ee's strawberry banana jam offers two favorites at once. You'll find that Mayhaw jelly, which is a common southern jelly, has a strong presence on the gas station chain's shelves.
From the gas station?
Anything from the bakery.
I don't have a muffin top. I've got the whole bakery.
What's better than a baked treat that's fresh out of the oven? We're all familiar with the instantly recognizable smell of freshly baked bread or pie cooling on the kitchen counter, and we all know how irresistible it is. Of course, if you take a stroll through most supermarkets, you're bound to catch a glimpse of a fully stocked bakery and all the sights and smells that go along with it. However, you'd be hard-pressed to feast your eyes on something like that in a gas station or convenience store. That is, unless you're inside a Buc-ee's.
Gas station snacks, love it!
Yes, of course, the convenience store chain has a bakery, because a chain that sells snacks and treats wouldn't be complete without one. Buc-ee's serves up an ample supply of baked goods ranging from a variety of cookies, cake balls, kolaches, and a myriad of pastries that will make any baked goods fan happy for days.
Just give me those cookies!
Gummies Candy.
Also found some weird-looking gummy candy.
Candy is great, and while most of us limit the amount of candy we eat by the time we reach adulthood, there's nothing wrong with popping a few pieces in your mouth for a quick pick-me-up. With that said, most would tend to agree that gummies are the most fun. Chewy and delicious, gummies give you that all-important sugar kick without the problems that come with hard candy, like sticking to your teeth and cutting your gums.
I like it chewy.
Buc-ee's appeals to the kid in all of us by offering a wide assortment of gummies in their stores. The convenience store chain not only offers its house brand 12-flavor gummy bear pack, but they also carry several other varieties of the chewy candy. Forget all the problems and issues that come with being an adult and pick up a bag of gummies. Oh, and grab a few bags for your kids, if you remember.
Nothing for hungry kids, that's $37.83.
Dried fruit and veggies.
She can have vegetables and fruits.
Sugary gummies, assorted cakes, and candy are all well and good. However, Buc-ee's does offer snacks that are more on the healthy side. For those who want simple snacks without a lot of added sugar, the chain offers a wide variety of dried fruit and veg. These snacks are perfect for folks following a strict vegan or vegetarian diet and are also great for a variety of other diets, such as gluten-free and keto.
It's your new diet.
Buc-ee's dried fruit options range from mango to pineapple. And for those who are looking for something a little salty rather than sweet, the chain offers dried okra and green beans, just to name a few options. If you want your healthy eating to be both fun and delicious, try mixing a bag of dried fruit with the veggies.
Healthy lunch, healthy butt.
Bagged ice.
Can I get 6 bags of ice?
When it comes to summer parties and barbecues, ice can be invaluable, and unless you happen to have a few dozen ice cube trays, you're going to need a bag of ice. That's where a place like Buc-ee's comes in to save the day, as the chain has some of the best ice you can get your hands on. Okay, before you think to yourself, bagged ice, really? You have to understand that not all bagged ice is the same.
Well, maybe you should put some ice on it.
What does that mean? It means that at Buc-ee's, you won't be breaking the bank for a mere bag of ice. Buc-ee's bagged ice is a major bargain. In fact, you can pick up a large bag of ice for less than $2 before tax. And Buc-ee's is not exaggerating about the size of their bagged ice. The bags are massive.
Oh, no, it's freezing.
Stick around, just tap or click another great video, and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.